Michigan judge to decide whether to drop charges against 2 accused in false elector scheme. Associate. Ed Press. A Michigan judge is expected to decide Friday morning whether to drop charges against 2 defendants accused of participating in a fake elector scheme after the state attorney general said the group was brainwashed into believing former President Donald Trump won the 2020 election. The defendants, Clifford Frost and Marianne Henry, are 2 of 16 Michigan Republicans who investigate say met following the 2020 election and signed a document falsely stating they were the state's duly elected. Below are your comments. The electors may have been brainwashed into believing that there had been election fraud, but they knew that they had not been certified by their state government. However, brainwashing is not an excuse for breaking the law or trying to overthrow the government, as all the insurrectionists found out. The cases should not be dismissed. These people knew they were not certified. Hopefully the judge will not dismiss the case. This is fraud, plain and simple. And I do not believe the brainwashing defense. Their part contributed to the assault on the Capitol. Officers hurt United States property. Santo. If the judge lets this go, there will be more and more bad behavior. Brainwashed. If it's that easy to make them break the law, then they shouldn't be in politics. God only how many other laws they've broke. Charge then for everything they can. The trust in our voting is very important, especially now. Next news. Trump endorses Jim Jordan to be House Speaker. Reuters. Washington, Reuters. Donald Trump is endorsing Congressman Jim Jordan to replace ousted U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, the former president said on Friday, as the chamber's fractious Republicans try to unify in the aftermath of McCarthy's historic fall. The Post follows earlier news that Trump, the frontrunner for the 2024 Republican nomination to challenge Democratic President Joe Biden, might agree to replace McCarthy for a short time. Below are your comments. Another huge waste of time and money at the taxpayers' expense. When will members of the GOP realize that there is actual, real work that the Congress needs to echo MP Lish, and that is what they are being paid to do? I remain incredulous that even the most ardent former El Blotu backers are still in his camp. Read the evidence behind the indictments, folks. It's not idle speculation. Actual evidence of crimes and more crimes. You'd think instigating an attack upon Congress would have cleared away the There was less influence than one might think during that grueling 15-vote process for McCarthy. I seem to remember that MTG was running around with her phone saying, "I've got him on the line, just talk to him," and being told by members, "I don't care." McCarthy was voted in because of backroom. Will Trump be allowed to have a gavel in his cell, or will he have to bang on the bars for order? Next news. Trump, temporarily, drops lawsuit against former lawyer-turned-witness Michael Cohen. Associated Press. Donald Trump has dropped his $500 million lawsuit against Michael Cohen, his former lawyer and fixer, who is now a key witness in a criminal case against him, Cohen and a Trump spokesperson said Thursday night. Trump had accused Cohen of spreading falsehoods with malicious intent and causing vast reputational harm for talking publicly about hush money payments made to women during Trump's 2016 campaign that are at the heart of criminal charges he faces in New York. Trump has also accused. Below are your comments. Makes sense, he should save some of these cases for when he's in prison and needs things to pass the time. Trump in on a constant losing streak, and that's all too evident by the way judges stopped him in high tracks from having lawsuits dropped against him or not allowing him to weasel out of paying for suits he's lost. He does not want to testify or go through discovery. MC and company would eat him up, exposing him to even more jeopardy in his other cases. MC knew this would happen and said as much. Trump has denied any wrongdoing. Lol, wish I had a nickel for every time I heard or read that line of B. Trump can't win anything anymore. The Republican Party needs to wake up and drop him fast, or else they will be looking at 4 years more of Democrat control. Next news. Ron DeSantis sharpens his attacks on Donald Trump in their shared home state of Florida. Associated Press. Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis repeatedly slammed Republican frontrunner Donald Trump on Thursday and defended his own campaign, warning that the former president could deliver the 2024 election to Democrats energized to beat him. DeSantis, speaking at a campaign event in their shared home state, argued that Trump lost the 2020 election not because more voters supported Democrat Joe Biden but rather to cast him out of office. The Florida governor has been sharpening his critiques of Trump over the. Below are your comments. Sorry, DeSantis, you just aren't the creep Trump is. You'll have to stoop much lower if you want to appeal to MAGA tees. A little too late, Ronnie. Your face is smeared with the orange stuff that landed there, because your face was up his hind. Now the stench of your master is branded on your body. My ancestors didn't come from Africa, and I don't think that his did either. Does DeSantis mean that the lying fake news media used lies and propaganda to dupe voters into voting G for Biden? Even with that, they needed fraud, illegal drop boxes, and illegal voting law changes to fraudulently install Biden. Why would any self-respecting MAGA init democracy hatemonger settle for the mini Mussolini when he see and still get Der Fuhrer and the whole SS? Next news. Can a non-member of Congress be Speaker of the House? CBS News. Here's what to know after Kevin McCarthy's ouster about Rule 26 and what would happen if former President Donald Trump sought the gavel. Below are your comments. I got a big laugh at the statement the House is largely paralyzed right now. It has done next to no thing for the 10th of this session. We won't be able to tell when it gets unparalyzed. How is this even possible that someone not a member of the House of Representatives could actually lead it and be third in line for the presidency? Does this not seem like a flaw that needs to be corrected? On the other hand, the thought of the person not being a Democrat or this is the guy who the media didn't give the time of day to after he was accused of sleeping with an underage girl. We had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor, of the girls that he had slept with. He'd brag about how he would crush Ed medicine and chase it with an energy drink. Notwithstanding whatsoever political stance, every politicians now are just playing the game of Chow's. If the House replicants make Trump Speaker, would that make him third in line to be president? Next news. Hillary Clinton shreds Donald Trump's MAGA cult, with formal deprogramming call. HuffPost. The Democratic 2016 candidate predicted Trump will likely be the GOP's 2024 nominee, but also suggests when the Republican fever may break. Below are your comments. All I got to say to the Trumpers is, do you want jail door number 1, 2 or 3, because a whole bunch y'all went to jail and I don't see Donald helping none of you. And he's not the Messiah. He's a criminal. Trump best POTUS my lifetime. Hillary making stupid hyperbolic comments. Her pejorative use of the word cult is classic. She'll never understand that there are many Americans who don't follow in lockstep with her beliefs. Yeah, the deplorables who didn't vote for her. So she wants them rounded up and deprogrammed so they'll NAFTA and MFT for China, programmed us to forever hate the Clintons and the crooked DNC. Hulu, The Ugly American, airs at 9 p.m. Next news. Donald Trump says he would accept House Speaker job, but a GOP lawmaker predicts he'll back Jim Jordan. USA Today. Trump told Fox Digital he would take the Speaker of the House job on a short-term basis, though a GOP lawmaker said he'll endorse GOP Rep. Jim Jordan. Below are your comments. Democrats happy hearing this. Republicans just giving the next election cycle to Dems willingly. Easiest win for Team Blue. I guess it couldn't hurt to have a daily, public reminder for the next year or so about why Republicans lost so big in 2020. Benedict Donald will have less votes than McCarthy did. No vulnerable Republican will be willing to jump on that grenade. Trump knows nothing about government, even after being president. You think House Republicans are in disarray now? Imagine Trump as Speaker. Republicans have become the laughingstock of politics. So glad I'm independent. Right now, we'll never vote Republican again. Next news. Trump drops his $500 million lawsuit against former attorney Michael Cohen. NBC News. Former President Donald Trump unexpectedly dismissed a $500 million lawsuit against his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, while vowing to revisit the suit at a later date. Below are your comments. Not fair. I have to tell under oath the truth. Not fair. My very, very smart lawyers didn't tell me that. But why? Trumpo was sure to win this one as well. Hope Cohen can get legal fees reimbursed and justice for another frivolous and vindictive lawsuit where Trump uses money to abuse our legal system in order to bully others. But, it was going so well for him. Lol! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark dot. The walls are closing in. Dropping a lawsuit. No longer wants to be considered for the House leadership. Dead man walking. Next news. Trump endorses Jim Jordan as next House Speaker. Politico. The former president was 50-50 on coming to D.C. amid the speakership fight. Now, he's throwing his weight behind the Ohio Republican. Below are your comments. Remember, Trump has remained positive about people around him who have been accused of, indicted for, convicted of, or pleaded guilty to various crimes. Jordan should fit right in with what happened with the Ohio State wrestlers. Jim, Trump, I love you and bow down to him, Jordan. Jordan probably thinks he's safe from this kiss of death. So did everything and everyone Trump has touched. A Trump endorsement and a nickel maybe buy you a cup of coffee at McDonald's. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.